I've known the family for quite a while, and I've helped them many times with their certain issues. And especially today, I've been complaining about the foster care and the youth centers and the drug centers for the adults that the parents might need and the children. But in this particular case today, I was told about it very early in the morning, and I tried to get in touch with our local politicians. Yes, Mr. Yeager. Yes, Mr. Felder. We were having a problem with autopsy, and they didn't want to release the body. And thank you, Ms. Saskin, for getting involved and helping them out. But we came after our politicians. No return phone calls to me. No return phone calls to help these people. And look at this. Where's our community today? We have to be together. We have to help them out. And I want my politicians to pick up the phone, not to be missing in action. I've been pissed about this for a long time that they're missing in action. When we call you, it's important.
You were mentioning that you tried helping this girl before this whole thing
Many times
happened.
I've been involved with the family and their father and me, and we tried again with a lot of local politics and foster care and all this red tape. Sometimes you just can't get anything done. And when you pick up your phone call, again, I'm not screaming election season is coming, but it is coming. And I will not forget, especially with a young girl. And I don't even want to say we have 78 suicides in this neighborhood. Again, our politicians are nowhere to be found. They're too busy taking pictures at breakfasts when they should be in my hospital visiting and taking care of our young kids. 1 drug rehab center, 2 youth centers for 150,000 families. Unacceptable.
Was de Blasio's administration involved with this case?
I don't
ACS?
think so, no.
ACS?
Yes, there was ACS involved. Again, the red tape of getting this child to a proper home to be properly supervised was, I don't know. I was lost. I gave up when sometimes it's just too hard sometimes for even our local guys to do anything.
What was the response that you were getting when you tried getting involved?
Well, there's so many people getting involved. Today it was like nobody even returning my calls. Or you're not qualified. Or you have to speak to the social worker. Or just too many. Again, Mrs. de Blasio thinks that she's going to be running for borough president. She has $1 billion budget for mental health illness. I don't see anything happening. Nothing of that $1 billion. Mr. Deutsch, you're on the committee for $1 billion. What's going on with this committee? What have you accomplished? How come we don't know what's going on? Again, I can just complain. I'm just a regular citizen.
She just needed help, huh?
She just needed help. The family needed help. That's all. Sometimes you think mental illness is that you have to be on the street being homeless. Mental illness is regular people like me and you that we have a little issue. All we need is somebody to help us, somebody to guide us, another place with a little bit of medicine. Sometimes we just don't have electricity, like in this particular case, there was no heat. Properly done, properly supervised, a little bit of help, and they would have got it. I'm not saying anything. Maybe the accident wouldn't have happened. I don't know.
Was OHEL involved in this case?
OHEL is involved in this case.
So how did they fail a family like this?
I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad because, again, OHEL does some good, and sometimes, big organizations, you get lost in red tape.
How are her parents doing tonight?
Right now, the mother and father are a little bit lost. They're running around. They're trying to, the house is locked. We're trying to get the mother back in to get some stuff. The body was only released a little while ago, as you know. So, again, all these preparations are being done the last minute, and thanks again to Ms. Askim, a wonderful organization that has been, I called them during the day to try to complain, and they were there. They had their game down pat, and I was so happy that it was just less pressure for the rest of us. Because, again, I tried calling the councilman, no pickup of the phone call. Tried calling our state senator. These are local politicians that have to help us, nowhere to be found.
Could you tell us your name?
My name is Heshy Tishler. Yes, I do have my own show, and I am going to be running for city council in the next election.
Can you spell your name?
Everybody's got problems.
Right.
That's it. Everybody has maybe a drug problem or an issue. People have issues. We need help.
You talk about the red tape. What message would you like to give Mayor de Blasio after a situation like this?
Mr. de Blasio, spending all this money to have building department inspectors or government employees to train them in mental illness or helping people is not the right way. You need proper social people, proper social workers, proper educations, more drug rehab centers, more ways for when our children get out of school to put them in places. You spent $1 billion just in research with your wife and Mr. Chaim Deutsch on the committee. That's not what I want. I want more drug rehab centers all over that guys like me can come in when we have an issue. I want social workers. I want youth centers. We have 2 youth centers in Borough Park and Flatbush. 2. One of them I don't even like. I should have 15, 20 of them for 150,000 families. We need more care for our children. We need more care for adults that just need a place to go. You know, in the Jewish community, we don't have suicide hotlines. 78 young kids last year. I don't even want to tell you how many other people that were molested and so on. That I can't tell you if you come on our streets and on a Friday night, or there are certain spas in 61st Street where kids are on the streets, 15, 16, 18-year-old kids have nowhere to go. And worst of it all, which I don't even want to complain, but kids being thrown out and sleeping on the streets is just, I don't know what to tell you.